Hey everyone, Fable here, and today we're going to be playing Gash Rabbit, and this has been developed by UberTheMeh, and you can find this over at Itch.io. I'll link in the description, check it out. And this game was also submitted to the Toxic Yuri Visual Novel Jam of 2025. And in this game, we find a girl named Sphene, who's a rabbit girl? Okay. And let's get into it. Oh, okay. I just wanted to try the pause thing. Save? I can save. Awesome. There's a rustling. Orion takes out Selene. Oh, Selene is the name of the sword, also. I like the sound of the text. Oh, you're the woman from earlier. The woman grabs Orion's arm. Wanderer, will you aid me on my purpose and accept me as your wife? Okay, I guess. Sure. Do you feel better? Yes, thank you, dear Wanderer. I'm Orion. I suppose Wanderer is the correct assessment. And you? Sphene. Why have you followed me? Should you not return to your village? You would ask that of me after you had ruined my day of ceremony? Sorry? Today was my fated day with Lord Liber, only for him to be slain in front of my eyes. You are so cruel, Wanderer. I cannot face my people anymore. Oh, you're a god's spouse. That would explain the size of Liber. Kept the forest safe and plentiful. We never worried for the harvest or the hunt. What word should I return to my people after you had ruined the ceremony? I can't guarantee them another good year. Liber isn't dead. Gods don't die. I simply destroyed his physical presence. The harvest will continue. But he doesn't have the conscience or connection to the physical plane to demand an exchange for it. You won't be able to speak to him for a good decade. That's all. Will you return now? I refuse. Why? You must take responsibility. If you have taken my god from me, then I will simply continue the ceremony with you instead. I can't do that. Then there is nothing left for me. What? I was not meant to see tomorrow. There was no home or people left me to return to. Just you, who has crossed my path in an act of fate. If you will not take me here, then take my life instead. Sphene leans up against Orion. Her fur-covered hands moving from Orion's shoulders down her arms. The feeling of warm skin was almost foreign after so many years of traveling alone. Orion found it hard to keep her composure every time the woman pressed up against her. Can you give me some time? You can travel with us for some time. Clear our minds. I'll keep you company, but I can't do more than that at the moment. If it's what you wish, I will comply. Please, guide me in any way you desire. I don't desire anything. A cold feeling trails up Orion's back as she speaks. She breaks off from Sphene's hold. Let me get you a blanket. Please, take some rest for tonight. I'll be keeping watch if you need anything. Sphene looks sad, but Orion takes her best not to meet her gaze. The wind is cool, carrying a damp breeze on a clear night. Orion looks up at the moon as it centers itself between the stars. You're far too easy. Selene? Is your deep desire to make me jealous? Want me to act out? Of course not. You're my irreplaceable partner. I was worried since you've been quiet all day. I never took you to be so shy. I do not like that one. the god spouse. Well, she isn't one anymore. You should call her Sphene by her name. Now that I'm saying it, it sounds a lot like yours, doesn't it? Does that part bother you? Do you take me as that petty? A god spouse is not someone we have the time to associate with. They rely simply on their god and their god's will until the day they're consumed. All for nothing but the rush that warm blood brings. That's why I don't want to abandon her. She'll die alone. What a sentiment of goodwill. I'm sure your future as a hero will be grand. If you're looking to clear the gods' direct involvement with the physical realm, there are many who will be hurt or left lost. Isn't that what happened to us? We've been traveling these lands for a few years now, just me and Selene. That's all I can remember. My bare feet carried my tired body through dirt, grass, and rock. No destination, no belongings. There's a sword dragging behind me. I don't know where I was going. I didn't know why I bothered to keep moving. I just had no desire to stop. You're slowing down, a deep female voice spoke. There were no people around, just a sword. Did you speak? Oh, you can hear me now, he responds. Yes, I've been trying to get a response from you for a month now, Orion. A month? Orion? Is that my name? I see. You truly have become empty. The power of gods is quite cruel. At least you can speak again. Finally, my trek stopped. I fell to my knees, holding the broadsword in my hands. It had no mouth, but I could hear it breathing. The broadsword introduced herself as Selene to me, a former god who had her physical form reduced to what she was now. Selene explained that I was once her attendant, but must have lost my memory in the fight. I'm relieved to see you with a sense of self, she spoke softly. I miss this side of you. Her words brought me comfort, and I vowed to free her at the end of this journey. I do not remember my days of worship, but the feelings it brought me to hold her close felt nostalgic. I longed for a day where she had a body to hold me again. I'll be by your side until my feet can't carry us anymore, I promise, Selene. Orion runs her hands along the sharpened stone, just grazing the sharp edge with her fingers. Selene's body was cold to the touch. Orion could not remember the days where it wasn't. Good morning, Orion. Oh, good morning. Suddenly there was a growling noise, which gave Orion a slight shock. Selene flustered touches her stomach. My apologies. It has been a full day since my last meal. I should have spent the night getting food. Selene and I don't eat much. Orion opens her bag, revealing the rather weak array of essentials. There's not much to offer. I can probably afford not to eat today. Orion hands the last of the food to Sphene, who smiles warmly at the gesture. After biting into the dried food, Sphene sticks out her tongue. It tastes quite bad. You can't be picky on the road. This is the life we'll lead from now on, then I will adjust. I can't be a demanding wife. You aren't my wife. Please don't hold yourself back for my sake. We'll reach town for a meal in due time. Though money is another problem. Selene is quiet. She doesn't usually speak around other mortals, but you are usually not around them this long. As the sun rises and sets, Orion feels a loneliness set in. Selene? Are you tired, Orion? Not really. But I can see it on your face so clearly. Let's sit. I can't be delaying our journey any... I won't hear it. The sun has almost retired for the night. Why don't we? Huh? These woods were once guarded by Liber. I'm certain they're safe even still. Do not stand guard tonight. Let's just lie down. Orion almost topples over, chest to chest with Sphene. She flails, trying to get her arms to a comfortable position. Orion's hands land on the back of Sphene's upper back, welcomed by a palm full of fur. It's soft. Unbelievably soft. It almost lulls Orion to sleep right there. Save. Hey. Let her continue. The two of them fall back onto the grass. There's no noise, just breathing and the sound of the cool evening wind through the trees. These large ears to Orion's face as the smaller woman rests her head on the other's chest. The ears are soft too. It doesn't make a sound. Huh? Nothing. I'm just enjoying the silence. They both return to the silence. Orion moves her hands along Sphene's back, taking in the feeling. Her hand gets caught on a knot in the fur, accidentally tugging it. Sphene nestles in closer, arching her back to Orion's touch. Each movement of the smaller one's body made Orion tense up. Any touch felt dangerous. Sphene shot up, holding up her hand. I almost cut myself on your sword. I'm sorry. Oh goodness, you had forgotten about Selene. She was still on your back? Orion moves Sphene off her, quickly moving to her feet and pulling Selene from her holder. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Please. Orion frantically brushes the dirt off her partner, muttering apologies. Sphene falls asleep quickly once the fire is made. As we were making the sword very jealous. Orion moves somewhere private and begins brushing Selene's blade with care. Selene, does this feel good? Selene? Please, respond. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Can you speak to me? It's just quiet. You hate this. You hate when Selene does this. She has no expression. Nothing you could read to tell you she's listening. Right now, you're just begging a piece of stone to give you its time. Let me make it up to you, okay? Orion pulls off her glove and drags her palm against Selene's edge, letting her blood smear across the blade's face. You like that? It's warm. Orion. Wow. Orion looks, pretty happy with what she's done. Selene. Don't let it dry on me. Of course not. I'll make sure to wash and sharpen you later. Can you forgive me? I am not angry. I simply do not like your new follower. I do not trust her. Please watch her back. I'll be okay. I'm your warrior. I'll never fail you. The travel resumes at the break of dawn. Sphene occasionally lifts her nose to the sky. The scent of rain presents to each of them. Finally, the trees break, revealing rocky floors and mountains on the horizon. It's another hour of walking before Orion notices Sphene lagging behind. Though he never thought much of her lack of footwear, she was also someone who had spent her life in the lush woods on grassy terrain. The rocky change may be rough on her soles. Move Selene and carry Sphene, or we'll slow down for Sphene. Orion smiles, holding out her hand. You can take the lead. Let's find somewhere with shelter to rest soon. The group slows their pace. Orion can't keep her head focused. Letting Sphene set the pace will make their trip take another few days. But she didn't have the same stamina as the swordswoman. Orion already had her hands full carrying Selene, and she had sworn to care for her better than in the past. One day perhaps Selene would be able to hold her as well. Sphene's ears shot up. Orion barely notices until the ground around them begins to shake. It cracks, and Sphene yells as she tries to run back to grab the other. But her foot goes straight through the floor as it all collapses below them. How does it taste? Yes, my goddess. Thank you so much. Would you like another? Yes, my goddess. Anything from you. this, you can remain with me forever. Isn't that wonderful? I would love nothing more. The floor is cold. Drips of rain hit Orion's face as they trailed down the rocks into the ravine she had fallen into. Orion clutches her chest. It burns. It was a strange but familiar feeling. Pulses of heat ran through her body as Orion clenched her fists. Then it subsided with nothing more than a deep breath. Her strength returned. Orion dragged her hand to her face, rubbing her eyes to let the light in. My glasses are gone. It mattered little. The light only revealed a small area around her. There was nothing but dirt and stone, no sign of Sphene, no sign of Selene. Sphene? Selene? I'm over here. Orion ran over to where her partner called out from. The sword lay flat on the floor, wrapped by the broken straps that once held her to Orion's back. Selene! Orion wrapped Selene in her arms. Watch your hands. You lost one of your gloves in the fall. That's fine. I'm sure the fall hurt. It might be good to have some of my blood. And you're not hurt. Not one bit. I'm very tough. Is that all you have to say? Why are you always so oblivious? Even a fall off the mountainside to an obvious death can't get you to think about the moment for more than a second. Again and again, you just pick me back up and drag me to the next hell. Is this my punishment? How many decades will you continue to do this to me? What are you? See? You've even forgotten about your new toy. Like a child, you close your eyes for a moment and the world stops existing. I'll look for Sphene. No need. She's been here the whole time. Oh, I guess the fall wasn't too kind to her. It burns. My goddess, it burns. Why won't you say anything, my goddess? Am I going to die? Did you feed me, my goddess? We'll always be together, my dear Orion. This is another step I must take to ensure that. No, this isn't what you promised me. This isn't what I want. You lied. You... Blood pours from her mouth, and she has a knife in her hand. Orion drops Selene. Did you... You would accuse me? You're so cruel. I miss the days of your gentle nature. She was as good as dead when we hit the ground, but you made sure to finish her off. Not in the quickest way. You have always been that kind of person deep down, or maybe I made you that way. I didn't do it. Should I jog your memory? What the hell is that? Selene, do you remember, Orion, when I once stood above you in a form like this? I had been trapped in that sword for so long, I couldn't make it quite right. You fed me so much blood, and I've done my best to work with it. I'm glad your neediness is still fundamental. Even if I'm angry, you are oh so dear to me, Orion. Selene reaches forward, wrapping her arms around Orion. Her fingers lined Orion's shoulder blades, carved down and caressing her chest. You've gotten bigger since the old days. Back then I only needed a single hand. Look at how much of my old body I lost. Your chest alone proves difficult for me now. Yeah, I'm sure you're getting excited just to feel me again. Orion's head felt like spinning. A rush of pleasure and nostalgia overtakes her mind. Days of her service to a god, a dedicated follower and loyal lover. Large hands and a larger body, touching in ways you never thought you'd forget. Those days were so wonderful. You smiled every day and followed my every word. You insisted your devotion was like no other could provide. You were so happy when I fed you the pieces of my body. They brought you long life. They cured you of sickness. All I asked for was you to aid me in turn when the time came. Yet you called me a liar. You turned on me and drove my own enemy's blade in my heart, turning me to stone. I was never a blade. You simply shaved my stone body down until you could carry it. Sharpened it to defend yourself, turning me into a tool. I spent decades contemplating this karmic turn. Selene's second pair of hands moved down Orion's arms, pulling her back to lean against the god's new form. Even if she still felt of stone, her new chest still rose and fell. Selene was only a third of her old size, but her strength still made you feel limp. Do you remember? Is your head clearing out? Now that you've had a meal to sate that godly hunger for human flesh has reawakened that part of you. You are her, my dear Orion. To heal your wounds, to return your strength, you ate that little rabbit. Selene caressed Orion's chest once more, before pressing her nails into her chest. It's okay, I'll dig the pieces of me back out. Then you can go back to being the sweet, delicate girl I once knew. You don't have to worry about hurting anyone else. Deeper, deeper. Leave all of you to me. It burned, brighter, hotter. Stone digging into Orion's chest, stone pressing against her back. Shaking anticipation for a feeling that was long gone now. Ew. Now it's just cold. Red hot burn spreads through Orion's body, dripping down her chest onto the floor. She reaches forward, moving weak fingers along the sword's edge until she reaches its handle. The swordswoman felt the familiar handle, stroking it as a smile returned to her face. Selene, does it feel good? I want you to feel good. She strokes the hilt with her thumb, then grasps it and pushes the sword deeper into herself. Squishy. Deeper until the pain was barely recognizable. Selene. I love you. That was Gash Rabbit? What the fuck did we just play? Okay. Now, this game does have more than one ending. But that's on you to find it. Yeah, give it a go. It's a pretty cool game, I have to say. The story is interesting. So, there are gods. I guess more than one. We start the story by killing a god. We get this rabbit girl following us. We killed the rabbit girl, supposedly. I don't know if we really did or if the sword did it. The sword is a god? I'm so confused. Really? Like, okay, but whatever. Cool. On that note, you'll have yourselves a good one, and I will see you later.